And so we knew it was a long shot. And but it was our dream house, so it was like, well, we'll go ahead and try it. If it doesn't work out, we'll just keep looking at rentals. So
Okay.
baby bottle boo boo BBs.
Watermelon, corn, watermelon. I'm not sure why I had corn in there. I like corn.
Because corn's good, you know, usually if you're eating watermelon, you're eating corn.
Well, they go together.
Okay, so last time we were with you guys, well, actually, let's back up all the way.
All the way?
All the way.
Okay.
All the way.
Like how far back?
I was born in California. So just over 2 years ago.
Right, now they know where you're born.
I know. I wasn't born there.
That's a joke.
I was joking. No, over 2 years ago, we decided, I actually almost said I was born in California. We decided that we had all of this freedom. We were working from home. We were homeschooling, and yet we were living in a neighborhood that people lived in because it had good schools and it was close to work. And it was beautiful, and we loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we're like,
why are we doing this?
yeah, we have all this freedom.
Let's do something more exciting.
Let's use our freedom, right?
Right.
And so we bought an RV, moved in, got rid of all of our stuff, nearly.
Most of it.
And traveled the country for a year. And it was amazing. So amazing that we really had no desire to go home at that point. And we thought, well, let's keep traveling, but let's leave the country. So we sold the RV in a day and got rid of some more stuff and went over and started traveling around Europe and a little bit into Africa, which was amazing.
Yes.
So here we are 2 years later, almost to the day. We're getting really close. And
yeah, that's true. So when we sold it, the RV? Or
no, well, 2 years later from when we started traveling.
Right.
We'd already bought the RV 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But a few weeks ago, we felt like, let's go home. Let's go home.
So we were over in Europe.
We were over in Spain and Portugal,
yeah.
somewhere. And we decided, let's go home and just get a home base because there's doctor's appointments. You know, several of our kids have special needs. It's like, let's go get checked in. Some need braces. We wanted to get some school stuff done. We wanted to help Elijah get his driver's license, and then Daniel too as well. So we just thought, let's just go home and get a home base.
And when we said home, just back to the United States. We didn't have a home to go back to.
No, we have no home to go back to. So, but we also knew it would be insane to just show up and expect to find a house.
So
that's exactly what we did.
So
we rented an Airbnb. We had it for 2 weeks booked at that time.
Mm-hmm. And
we just moved back home and immediately hit the ground running looking at rentals.
That was the plan.
Because, like, you know, we needed somewhere to live. And when you buy a house, that doesn't usually work. But it just wasn't working out. And then
we had a few things, like we thought this house might work, and then something went wrong, and then we thought this house might work, and it was like, kept on hitting dead ends.
We were panicking just a little bit, and then we saw this house. And, you know, we have 9 kids.
Not this house we're in, but a house.
We saw, yes, a house. We have 9 kids. We homeschool. We work from home. The kids have, you know, different things that they want to work on. We thought for sure we'd have to build a house to find what we were looking for. But about the day that we got home to the United States, a house went on the market.
Not for rent, but for sale.
It seemed perfect, but it also seemed like a crazy long shot. But we thought, well, it doesn't hurt. So we put in an offer, and that's where we left you guys last. We had put in an offer. It was kind of a perfect offer for us, but also like a crazy offer. Like, who would accept that, you know? An offer that or a situation that if you told us in Spain, we would have been like, no, that's never going to work. And so we knew it was a long shot. And but it was our dream house. So it was like, well, we'll go ahead and try it. If it doesn't work out, we'll just keep looking at rentals. So
after this break, you'll find out.
After these messages, we'll be right back. No, really, what happened?
They accepted the offer.
Did it? It's our house. Okay, what are we doing?
Okay, kind of a big moment. I know this is not the final moment, but this is the offer. Now we've gone back and forth a little bit. We've all agreed, and I'm submitting for our electronic signature so that we will be under contract on this house.
Do it.
Should I do it?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Come on.
Are you sure? Should I do it? You.
Da 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 da.
Bing.
Congratulations.
This is the world we live in. We didn't have to sign anything,
yourself a
really. We just had
mortgage.
to go bonk, 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 bonk. That was done.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, we all know how to do that. So we're under contract. Well, they countered,
With a counter, we figured they'd counter with.
which we
Counter.
We knew exactly what they were thinking. Actually,
Just
not
kidding.
exactly.
If you're watching, we love you.
Yeah, I know. I think the owner of the home has found our YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
she's actually been privy to all of our plans. So
Probably not a real power position.
not a good negotiating position to be
Yeah.
in. But no, there was a counter. We worked it out, and there was a signed offer, and
Yes.
that's
So
where we are today.
We were actually going to move in today, but there is a wrench.
Right. So the plan was
Part of the
offer was that we didn't have anywhere to live because it takes a while to close on a house. We didn't have anywhere to live, so in the offer we asked if we could rent the home while we waited to close on it. That was the part that was kind of scary for us. We were like, I don't know if that's going to work, but
They said yes.
they said yes. And so, yes, we were going to move in today.
Well, because the Airbnb time ran out. So
Right.
then we came up to Mike's parents' house, which is very gracious of them to host the 11 of us. And we were going to then come back down today and move in. But there's one wrench in the whole plan. One wrench. But maybe it'll end up working in our favor.
You mean a humongous wrench the size of a skyscraper? Because that's it's not just a little monkey wrench. Because we have nothing.
Well, you think that's the wrench?
That's what I was
Okay,
saying.
you're right.
What wrench are you talking about?
I was talking about how we have nothing, and we wouldn't have had you either.
Oh, right.
Because our van, there's so many moving pieces, and it was literally a moving piece coming across the Atlantic Ocean. It just arrived.
In a boat.
And
It wasn't
Mike
driving
has
itself.
to fly out to get it from the coast, from Baltimore.
East Coast, folks.
East Coast, where it arrived, and drive it back, and going by North Carolina and picking up the last few things we had in storage, which is like books, my wedding dress, and a few toys, from each of the kids. And so I didn't want to, we were going to move in today, and he was going to leave like in 36 hours after that, and leave me in this big house with like some mattresses
Basically
on the
nothing.
floor and like folding chairs, if we even could get
Yeah,
some.
if we could get that much.
And like
stuff.
no washer, dryer, no table, stuff like that. And so I was a little bit apprehensive about that situation. And so we were up at like 1 a.m, I guess today, talking in the kitchen, being super stressed, looking at like Amazon, like, do these glasses work? Should we order these cups and these forks? And Mike's mom said, why don't you just stay? Luckily she couldn't sleep. I mean, luckily for us.
She was up.
She was up, and she just said, why don't you just stay until Mike gets back? And it was very gracious of her. And I was like, yes, please. I don't want to be alone in a house full of nothing. It'll still be full of nothing.
Yes, so
in a week when we move in.
We're still moving into a completely empty house with just our suitcases, basically. We did pick up a few items of furniture, which were
Like
sitting
3?
in the driveway of our Airbnb.
We just got like a used couple of dressers and a headboard. That's what we have. I want you guys to just like get in my mindset for a minute here. Today's Monday, and on Friday we're moving into this enormous house, enormous for us, and we don't have a lick of furniture. Actually, we do have a lick of furniture because I just bought some this morning off of like the used classifieds
On Facebook.
on Facebook. But they were like really cute mid-century, and it was a really good deal. So they delivered it for us, which was really nice, but there's one problem. They're just like sitting in the driveway of our Airbnb. So you think, hey Megan, that's fine because you've got this big rental van. But here's the thing, yo. Can you see?
Lots of space in there.
There's no space, and the seats don't really come out. The middle ones do. So I'm not actually even sure how we're gonna get them over to the house. I might question my thinking on getting them, and I'm like, we'll just figure it out. But I'm questioning that too now. I was just so anxious to get furniture, that I was like, you know what? We need furniture. This is a good deal. I think it's cute. Let's just get it. So, you know, we're good. We're good to go for the 11
more
of us.
do you need?
We will share the 2 dressers. No, it's going to be crazy, but it's going to be fun and crazy. So, you know.
So we will be moving into the house with nothing, and you are going to go with us as we basically
Fill it up.
put this house together from scratch. It's going to be a process because there's a time factor and there's a money factor. You know, where we
can't just
we
furnish
can't just
a humongous
buy
house in one day.
everything in one day. Inside and outside. Good game. Oh, there's still a few more.
Still more coming. All right.
Yeah. All right. So this is it. Now I can remember the configuration down here.
I have to furnish this entire house in just a few days. That's a little bit stressful.
I think she also loves it too, right?
Yeah, kind of, but no.
You aren't excited to put furniture everywhere?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just a lot to do. There's so many needs. So every room, everybody's got suggestions of what I should do and what I should put where. But probably the most hotly contested room is this one. But it's an awesome big basement with 10-foot ceilings. And for now, I'll probably leave it just like this. This is not high on the priority list, so it's going to be empty and playable for a while. Actually, I plan on getting some hideous couches. I love ugly couches. So I want to find like some really solidly ugly couches to put down here because, you know, it's supposed to be like that in the basement.
So it will be a process and should be a pretty good adventure, I think.
Yeah.
Stressful
Yeah.
for us.
Oh, so at that point, we love the house. We think it's perfect. And what we wanted was, we still have adventures planned. We're still leaving the country this year, and we have places we're going and things we're doing we already have planned. But we wanted somewhere we could come back and like decompress. It's almost like you don't even have time to think about where you've been because you're somewhere else now and you're thinking about that and you're thinking about that. So we wanted time to kind of come back, gather our thoughts, you know, and also not have to take our entire lives with us everywhere we went. And so we felt like this was, you know, this way we could actually travel minimally.
Right.
Maybe with just backpacks, you know, when before we're traveling with Instant Pots and our knives and, you know, so this way we'll come back, people can maybe get their braces adjusted, and then we can go out on adventures and keep learning and keep growing and interacting with the world. And also somewhere that we feel like we could live as grandparents and, you know, for the rest of our lives.
But don't hold us to that one either. Because we tend to change our mind.
No!
Do you recall when we got rid of all of our stuff, we're like, we're never coming back?
Did we say that?
I think so. That's why we got rid of it, because we thought, what's the point of putting it in storage if never even going to use it?
No, we didn't. We just didn't know. We made that promise when we left. We said, we know that I could go. I actually went back and watched the video.
Oh, did you?
We said, I don't know when we're going to be back, but because I don't know, there's no reason to just keep something in storage. Now,
turns out there might have been a
today's
reason.
self would be like, you know, well, maybe just keep that sectional, you know, because it's big enough for your whole family. And those are hard to find. But, oh my gosh, don't make me cry. But it's great. The house is amazing. And we're really, it's like, it feels, I cannot tell you how much it feels like completely the hand of God through everything. We feel very loved and very taken care of because everything that we thought was impossible became possible in the last 2 weeks. And it's
all just sort of happened. So we're going forward with the belief and the faith that it will keep happening,
yes,
that things will keep on falling into place because there's still a lot to, you know, put together. But the belief and the hope is that it will keep
with
doing
each
that.
step you take and there's actually something there to step on, it gets easier and easier and easier.
Right.
You know, at 1 in the morning it doesn't feel so easy.
I know, it
but
feels better when there's sun coming through the windows.
does.
It's a nice day. So, and that's kind of how we live our life. We just move forward into the dark. It's scary and it's stressful, and we sometimes have like aching backs because of all the stress we felt from the night before, because that's where I'm at today. But that's kind of also where the magic happens.
Yeah, that's like you feel so alive.
You just step out there into that dark and you hope there's a stone there that you're going to step on, and so far it keeps on happening. There keeps on being the next step.
You just got to
So-
move forward, and so we're excited. And I'm not saying that your dream house is always going to be the next step, because we've had many houses that were not our dream house. So we've been there too.
Well, and what makes this house a little different for us is it is actually a house that we could indeed stay in for a long time, because in the past it was always, okay, we're eventually going to need something bigger because this doesn't really work for us, or we're only renting this house, so obviously we have to get something different.
Yeah.
This house is big enough, and we will own it, and we think it's in the right location, that there is a possibility that it could be a
Our forever
long-term house.
So that's where we're at, you guys. And we love you, and we're so glad to have you along for the ride. It'll be fun to watch, I think, us living on the floor and mattresses at first, and then maybe having
Bohemian.
some folding chairs, and then maybe finding a sofa where I was like sent a million messages out. Like, I got so desperate last night, I was sending messages to like college students asking if I could have their couch.
The piece of junk.
Yeah, and that's when it's like, it's time to go to bed. You've gotten a little desperate. So
I know. It was definitely, yeah, we went to Target last night. I don't know if we want to show some of these clips, but we were at Target, like, it was like, I don't know if you could catch it when on the camera, but we were both feeling very frantic last night. Okay, it's 10:09 at night, the night before we're moving into our house. And we're here at Target getting the first of everything that we'll need, because we currently have absolutely nothing for our house. A little overwhelming. But we have to have all new bedding. So far we've got towels, shower curtains, and that's it. Okay.
Peter, Asher, Andrew just got 3 bed sets. Oh. I'm like...
The thing is, we're not even in Utah right now, we're in Idaho. Okay, this is... We walked in here and suddenly I feel like we both got kind of frantic, because it's like, oh, we need that, we need that, we need that. It's like everything we look at, we're like, oh crap, we need that too. I think you think about how much goes into a house, so you're trying to not get all of it at once, but get started at least. Because we're walking through Target realizing...
Supposed to move in the next day.
like, oh, I need that.
They
and I
don't
need
have
that.
enough
They don't
blankets.
actually have enough blanket sets for 11 people. What are we gonna do? And it was like so overwhelming that we kind of just wandered around, threw some things in the cart, and then left. But
But it was still $1 million.
it was a lot of money. And also you start to add it all up in your head, like it was this much money just for like sheets and blankets and not for everyone.
You feel like there's a literal iceberg that you just like knock this much ice off of, and then it's like the camera pulls back and it's like, dude, that's all you have left to get in the next week.
And part of, I think some people think, well, why didn't you start getting it earlier? Because we didn't even know that this house, that things will work out until like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
We're really, when it comes down to it, like today, we finally got the appraisal back.
The appraisal came
So we couldn't really do anything. We didn't have anything anywhere to put
Store
anything.
it, to get it there.
Literally until like last night. So, yeah.
I'm
But now we have a
heartburn.
week.
Can
Now
we stop talking?
Now we have. Okay, that's enough. No more stress.
This is fun.
Can't wait.
No, we are really excited. We're totally nervous. Our palms are sweaty quite often, but that
I
is
need to
when you're
put
really
deodorant on
living.
my
That's
palms.
like the danger zone, and that's also where the magic happens. So we love you guys. Hope this was a good update. And Mike's going to be heading out to Baltimore. You'll take the camera with you. And
Will I?
yeah, sure.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's it. But we love you. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and go over to darpensouth.com and you can get like behind the scenes info and a map of where we've been and all that good stuff. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.